Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final installment of War Ultimate Apocalypse casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 versus 3 on Apocalypse Day 6. Playing on his own as the Chaos Space Marines, we've got Hamad. And playing as a gruesome threesome, we've got Depp as the Inquisitorial Demon Hunters. We've got No Name playing as the Tyranids. And we've got Martinez playing as the Orks. So quite a tall order for Hamad over here. You might know him by his other name. He's also called Demi. You've seen him quite a lot on the channel before. Quite an experienced and skilled player. The Lord of Salt and Sweat, as some would refer to him as. And yeah, I mean, we saw, I think on Jager's Arts channel, a long time ago, he did a couple of videos where it was a 1 versus 3. Him being quite an experienced and well-knowledgeable player versus a couple of people, and he wasn't quite able to pull it off, I don't think, if memory serves. So even though that these players are still quite skilled in their own right, they might not be as experienced as Hamad, or should I say Demi, over here. But hey, we shall see who trumps who. And it's quite a devilish combination of factions over here. You've got the Inquisitorial... let me say that again. You've got the Inquisitorial Demon Hunters, quite a mouthful of a title for a faction, who in the later stages of the game, got quite powerful drop pod capabilities for them. Tyranids, you've got the big uns and little uns, a lot of power in the early, mid, and late game. And the Orks, well, the Orks, I mean, the longer the game goes on, the more bonkers they become, so definitely need to make sure that the game ends somewhere towards the mid-game, I would reckon, for the Chaos Space Marines. One advantage that Demi will have in this game is that all these points are belong to him, so he'll be having a fat stack of cash coming into his economy as the game progresses. It will take him a while. That's why he's opened up with a fistful of cultists, and he's also gone for Mark of Corn as well. So he's planning to bring down the pain in both the close combat and the ranged department, I imagine. Also got access to free relics over here, so everyone's got chances to bring out the big bad stuff. Now, what's the plan for these guys then? I imagine it'll be for one player to build up towards the late game, one player to harass in the early game potentially, and one player to maybe do a little bit of both. I mean, 2 versus 1 in the early game. I mean, you don't necessarily need to take out Demi straight away. Just make sure that his economy is nice and small to make sure that he doesn't access all those big bad titans and nuclear weaponry towards the late game. Yeah, it's also quite a fun map as well. I mean, lots of wide open spaces, so not much in the way of pathing issues for your bigger units. And we've also got, on either side, 2 wonderful Chaos Gates on the go for them. Makes me think of, oh, who's that guy from League of Legends? Is it Vel'Koz? That dude with the purple dude with the eye and the tentacles and stuff. So we've got one over here. I've also got one down over on this side as well. Are you the same thing? Yep, okay, so right down the middle, you can see both of them. Can I angle it? Yeah, there we go, look at that. Beautiful stuff. So, bolt of lightning through the middle. I don't know if that happens or not, but here we go. We've also got some Raveners coming right over onto this side. Lovely shade of red. I mean, good lord, I mean, just look at the detail. I know that I've got the free shader on the graphics cracked up to high because you can in Ultimate Apocalypse. If you are, you know, curious as to how I get the game looking this pretty, well, I do have a video called How to Play Dawn of War 2023, which is, I think it is my most viewed video on the channel, and that goes into some quality of life stuff, where you can download things and stuff, so check in. I might remember to put in the description below, and if not, just type into YouTube how to, you know, the title of that video. Here we go, we've got some Raveners stabbing and slicing and dicing these cultists. They're not having a great time, especially with these spine gots coming on over. Got a dude high-fiving a cultist in the face before then doing several other high-fives. Too many arms on these Raveners. Not a pleasant time for anyone. And quite nimble as well. I do believe as well that No Name has also built up a tunnel down here as well, so we'll be able to ferry over a sizable amount of Tyranids if you can build up a second tunnel somewhere over on this side. Gonna get some decaps in, but the cultists not feeling too shy. They are going to be quite brave and come down in the centre and maybe see if they can do some mischief down over on this side. Not seeing a Chaos Armory, so no grenade launchers or plasma guns for them. I imagine that, yeah, you're just probably just taking up into Tier 2 or Tier 1/2 Ultimate Apocalypse. Also getting Chaos Lord out as well. And one thing that we're also seeing from these players is 3 distinct ways to set up your plasma generators. We are seeing Martinez. He's popping down some generators next to his pile of guns, war banners, and stuff, which do help, decrease the overall speed, or should I say, increase the overall speed, reduce the production time for resets for these things, which is quite nice. We are all seeing No Name build it up around his hive spire to increase the speed of tacking up. And same with this dude over here with Depp. So very nice stuff overall. Also popping some next to the Spore Chimney to increase the overall blue money economy as well. So nice divergence of plasma generator use. Cultists attempting to prevent these Spine Gaunts from doing what they do, but Spine Gaunts quite beefy. Close combat-wise, I mean, they used to be basically kind of like the Imperial Guard conscripts, not doing all that much damage. Just look at these guys, munching and chewing before doing a black flip. Very nice stuff. Very good all in all. Raveners, not ideal for breaking down Listing Post, but they do seem to have done a fair bit of damage to him. Chaos Lord now going to come over to see what I can do, but yeah, the Raveners probably not wanting to stick around when the big bad man himself is knocking on their doors. Look, kind of just standing there. Are you just standing still? If you stand still, maybe the cultists can't see you. Maybe that's the plan. Cultist attempting to... Oh, I thought we were going to go for that strategic point then. Yeah, there you go. So you do that, and the Chaos Lord will attempt to run defense for you. And, I mean, does a little bit of AoE damage with his sword swipes, but much better at killing individual targets himself, so not exactly the prime candidate for destroying lots of models at once. But does get a good knockback every now and then. Currently on this side, not much going on. Are there any points on this side? Yes, there are. Two nice and huddled close together. So it does seem like this side is the side to roll harassment on. There we go, there's a tunnel. So the Tyranids can just ferry as many troops as humanly possible over onto that side of the map. But very little problems for them. Spine Gaunts also got plenty of guns on them. Does a little bit of damage, but when you've got about 16 a squad, well, that's 32 in total at the moment. Oh, big swipe there, knocking everyone backside. Very nice stuff. Listing Post has been popped on the strategic point. Will be quite a tall order for the Heretics to come over and start building this up. It's been brought down very low. Also, Raveners getting involved as well. So already the Chaos Space has been struggling in a 1v1 kind of scenario. Here comes some Havoc Marines, which questionable. They will open fire and they will do a hell of a lot of damage, but Raveners, I imagine, speeding right on over and tying them up straight away. Also got Hellfex, Carnifex tunneled through. This thing does always make me think of the... Oh, from StarCraft 2, the Zerg, when they get those tunnelers in the creep, although, you know, I mean, what came first, chicken or the egg? The Tyranids on the Zerg, I do believe it was Tyranids. But again, you know, a healthy bit of copying, I always say, is a good idea. Why not? I mean, it's all basically aliens from, well, the film Aliens, you know? Yeah, while this is going on, the Orks are moving over onto this side. Plenty of Slugger Boys, but not exactly ideal for breaking down Listing Posts, although they do have some knobs with the power claws, which should be able to open them up quite nicely. Mischief and Mayhem. Havoc's been chased around, although just seeming to be streaming down. If you are on auto build, you are on auto build. We'll need some more squad cap if you want to get those guys in good stead. Also got Chaos Dreadnought on the way. Would be quite useful if the Chaos Lord pops down his Tainted Auspex to be able to spot the tunnel so that the Havocs can blow them down. Chaos Lord actually quite low on health at the moment. Like I said, Spine Gaunts in the range stance don't do that much damage, but gradually over time they'll get them all down. Ravenous still alive, quite amazing at that actually. Sometimes you'll see Ravenous just being thrown away in the early game. But no name. He's taking no prisoners here with him. Hellfex providing that range support. And here comes the Chaos Dreadnought. He's got his las cannon upgrade straight away to take on those Hellfexes. Cultists with plasma guns. Interesting choice. I suppose they really wanted to take down those Raveners, but they have seemed to have been taken out. So now it's just Spine Gaunts. Without those Raveners jumping in towards those Havocs, these Spine Gaunts will fall down pretty quickly. So managing to defend. What's going on with the... I suppose the Demon Hunters are just building up their forces. Have a remarkable late game economy as well with their urban territories. And the Orks here, I assume you're just teching up, getting all your gubbins in a go. Oh, quite like that. Nice little mech trap around the critical location, just in case Chaos gets an idea. And the Hellfex Carnifexes go away in the tunnel for safekeeping. Seeing the power boost for the Havocs going on here, increasing their overall damage output for a temporary amount of time. So Demi managing to fend off that early game harassment. And he's now building up a whole smorgasbord of extra plasma generators. I assume you're just going to... Yeah, you've got your second Desecrate Stronghold. Is able to build up 6 plasma generators per stronghold. So I imagine that Hamad, or should I say Demi, will be stacking those buildings up ASAP. Hellfex Carnifexes are being repaired, I assume. There's no repair animation for these guys. They just kind of stand and stare at them. The intensity of that stare is enough to inspire the biomass of the Hellfex Carnifex to get back on the burns, I guess. Lovely colour scheme for the Hive Spire as well. Now, what would be the plan for you guys? I assume just... Alright, so you're going to get some Flash Gates and some Tank Busters. Flash Gates to take on the Heavy Infantry. Tank Busters to take on the vehicles. What are you building up over here? Just more Hellfex Carnifexes and a Lictor Alpha. So Lictor Alpha to get involved in the close combat, tying up the Havocs as they go about their wicked and foul business. The rest of the tunnel has now been shot down by the Havocs as being revealed by the dancing Chaos Portal. And then I assume Grey Knights, Grey Knight Terminators and Librarians and all that good stuff. That would be the plan. And all these urban territories, yet all that affordable housing. There we go, it's looking like a Cold War block of flats going on here. A nice line as well, you know, making sure there's plenty of social room for the parks and stuff. Looks like a boys with plenty of burners on them. But no one feeling too aggressive at the moment. We do also have a Gork Resource Factory, which will give the Orks plenty of extra gubbins to go with them. I will speed up the stuff just for a little bit. Ah, there we go. Got a little bit of action going on. Orks moving forward, seeing what they can see. And we've also got our one tunnel was left unaccosted by the Chaos Space Marines, unseen, unheard. The Hellfexes, Venom Cannons and Death Spitters. Plenty of firepower. But the Havocs also have got that in spades as well. Auto Cannons. And of course the twin-linked las cannon of that Chaos Dreadnought. Lictor Alpha to take care of the listing posts. And imagine his job is to actually probably maybe ignore all this stuff. Go around the side. No, he's going to jump straight on in. But the moment he jumps in, he's been spotted by everyone, so quite a decent target. Shot down very quickly. Hellfex Carnifexes going inside that tunnel. All the way back home. Orks are undecided on what they're planning to do. Don't think enough pressure's been put on Demi at the moment. But we do have some commandos to sneak around, able to get Scorchers, big shooters and rocket launchers. And got the Bad Dock as well, so if you're not familiar with how Orks work in Ultimate Apocalypse, you are able to go for certain clans. Clans give you a bit of benefits. So for the Orks, if you go for the Bad Dock clan, able to get this dude out, acts as like a kind of commander. And yeah, he's just able to do a lot of health regen. Also gives Orks plenty more squad cap as well. It helps them boost up their tech level. And we're now seeing a whole smorgasbord of servo skulls coming over. What's your plan, Mr. Johnny Depp? I'm not entirely sure, but they're all going to be skulking around. We'll speed up again as Chaos Space Marines start to tentatively push out over into the centre. They expect them to be playing a bit of a defensive game, but no aggression coming towards them. May as well play a bit more aggressive because the commander's been teleported in by the big mech. But far too much firepower for the team of three to deal with at the moment. A couple of rockets been sent towards the Chaos Icon bearer. Dreadnought been left behind. Going to see if they can come over, do some stuff. And forming a tunnel right in front of their lines. A couple of Raveners, Warrior Squad, and plenty of Hellfexes. Damage akimbo left, right, and centre. Commandos waiting for that Chaos Dreadnought to come within range, and I imagine that's their prime target at the moment. Also got the Sluggers just to provide some cannon fodder. At least that's what I assume they're going to do. Martinez being a bit shy of the Sluggers. Definitely don't need that. Not with your Orks. Chaos now activating their Madness and Mayhem. Also throwing down a smoke grenade to reduce the amount of incoming range damage. Look at that war boss charging on in. Already been brought down to very low health before then running away himself. Look at the speed. Barely keep his neck on. The whiplash is strong in that kid. Hellfexes not taking that much damage. Not quite tanky beasts. All things being considered, Sluggers are on the front lines. Could really do with some inquisitorial deep striking help at the moment, but not seeing it. Hellfexes been sent to the sin bin. So the Warriors are trying to basically focus on one squad at a time. positioning to make sure that they don't get shot at by all these Havocs at once. It's not a bad idea. It does seem like the Havocs could do with moving a bit forward. There we go, getting involved, playing the feud. We've gone for a couple of Volkite Cavaliers. Will do the damage. Warrior's been burnt to a cinder. As some Biovores also just being utterly annihilated. Havoc standing strong. Gotta bear in mind that once they get all their health upgrades, Chaos Space Marines are just as durable as their loyalist counterparts. Currently no vision though, so the commanders are able just to have a field there, but all of them armed with blooming rocket launchers. Well, one's got a Scorcher, I suppose. No, the Chaos Space Marine's not feeling it. They're just going to stand in the middle, capture the critical location, and be done with it. What's the plan for all these guys? We've got plenty of Grey Knight teleports. And have you got a whole bunch of lads? Yeah, you are packing all your Grey Knights inside there. So I assume your idea is just to save up as much as you can. And then when the time is right, when the iron is hot, you strike it with as many Terminators as possible. And those guys won't go down at all. They're just going to... I mean, we've seen it before on the channel. A bunch of Terminators charging towards the Titan of all things and basically just slapping it down. So Demi, yeah, it looks like he's in a strong position at the moment, but I mean, what's your economy at the moment? Not terribly sizable when you compare them to everyone else. I mean, the combined economy of the threesome here is going to be a deadly thing indeed. Orks now moving over here for reasons. I plan to get a good surround on and everyone just fall down on them at the same time. Fast forwarding again. For action purposes. Do have the Tyrant Guard. Also Kill Burster. And it looks a bit like a... I would once say the Battle of Thermopylae. Standing in the middle. Surrounded on all sides. Well, I mean the whetstone on all sides where there was a tunnel. Or a valley even. The Tyrant Guard supported by the artillery of the Kill Bursters. Should do stuff if they decide to do stuff. You've got the units. Just kill them. Well, never mind. The Chaos Space Marines are going to go over on this side instead. And we'll slow down now as the action reconvenes. All the Demon Hunter people have been instantly wiped out by flame and fire. But one problem that the Chaos Space Marines have now done for themselves, that they've kind of put themselves in a bit of a corner. And as they start decapping this critical location, well, the Tyranids are now walking on over. I suppose now the one advantage for the Chaos Space Marines is that they cannot be flanked yet. There's some infiltrated Gene Stealers coming out of the shadows, very aesthetically pleasing from a visual perspective. Not going to survive for very long, but the Tyrant Guard now forming on over. Not allowing those Havocs to get those shots off. They're just going to run straight past. Shenlow's Kill Bursters haven't been in position. I suppose they're firing at whoever's over here. The Champion of Khorne. He's going to go down, isn't he? Gradually over time. Quite a beefy boy, as we mentioned before. Chaos Space Marines surviving that Gene Stealer onslaught. And now the Tyrant Guard has actually all been killed. They could probably just come on over and kill all these dudes. Without that front line, all this firepower is going to be basically shafted on. Come more Tyrant Guard. But those Cavalier guns, taking them out quite handsomely. Chaos Icon Bearer been shot by the Zone Threats. These guys are ideal for looking at all kinds of targets, really. One lonely Warboss just right in the middle. Bonking boys left, right and centre. Doing what he does best. I mean, he dies, but valiant effort all the same. Morale now being affected by the Kill Bursters and the umbral green glow of the Zone Throats here. The Havoc's now been outmatched in the range department. Full problem to go home, but the sprawling base of the Chaos Space Marines here. And what are you going for? More Demon Pits, Machine Pits Akimbo, Defilers left, right and centre. Desecrated Castle as well. And that is where the Chaos Space Marines get all their blooming nuclear weaponry and warp portals. So all the time really for the threesome down over here. Got to make sure that they start putting more pressure. I mean, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the idea of just hanging back and building up your forces, but At some point, you're going to need to do something. And something, that seems like what they're going to do. The zone football, you can't go wrong with it. Obliterators, huge amount of a health pool that they have. But even with that, they only rely on their health for so long. First Lord and Terminator armor in the middle of everything. They'll survive for a long time. It's just trading blows at the moment. Zone Drop's going to fall back a little bit just to give these Kelbursters a bit more time, but a flanking Demon Prince just strides on in. Going to do a bit of hanky-panky on these Killbursters. These guys are not designed to take any damage whatsoever. Just scraps of metal being loosely held together with duct tape and ducts, probably. Yeah, a couple of swipes of that Demon Prince that goes down. Commander's now engaging in close combat, but that's not where they're meant to be. Now they're knocking on the front door of the southern team here. They spent too much time building up their forces. Could have really have done with giving each player a specific task to do. And what army really have these guys got to show for themselves? Not much, to be fair. Have we got much of the way down here? No, not particularly. I'll have to go into a normal camera view just because my frame rate won't allow it. Demon Lord shrugging off all the damage, but the War Boss is back out. And he says, right, you're the biggest lad here. Let me crump you good. Swinging his arms left and right. No stranger to a scrap. He's actually not doing too bad, in all fairness. And yeah, okay, a lot of that damage is going to be supporting fire, but glorious engagement. Also got that bad doc nearby for that health regen. Go on, get him, get that kill, that sync kill in there. That's what I want to see. Oh no, he retreats. In a very, he's seen a penny on the floor. He's very interested in it. Heaven forbid. Now turning his attention to the Chaos Land Raider as that Demon Prince gets sent back to the warp. Also got plenty of blue stuff from the Demon Hunters. I suppose Chaos in a bit of a back foot against Demon Hunters, as, I mean, they hunt demons, don't they? That's the whole shtick. One Hive Spire and sent low. And the Havoc's just basically ignoring all this nonsense. Got some looters, quite a powerful ranged unit. Land Raider goes down, but the Havoc's not going anywhere. The Obliterator is still knocking around as well. Got the bad doc. Activating that fighting juice. Trying to avenge his war boss. Now, one thing to take into consideration as well is that no matter how strong Demi gets in this game, he's limited to 40 and 40 for squad cap. Because these guys have effectively got, well, sorry, what was 40 times 3? 40, 80, 120 apiece. Well, collectively, should I say. Oh, good lord. Bunch of Venerable Dreadnoughts just coming for the mist. That's a beautiful little bit of an animation there and effect detail going on there. And yeah, that's one way to kill a bunch of Havocs. Just spawn a whole bunch of Venerable Dreadnoughts. Definitely the stronger variant. Coming in and punching things to death. Beautiful stuff. Also got those Gene Sealers as well. Opening veins. Causing some pains. Now we've got the Crab Army. Plenty of Defilers. And they have gone for missile launchers and twin-linked lance cannons. Able to shirk off the damage from the Killbusters. But can they shirk off the damage from the army of Venerable Dreadnoughts? It was a slow burner for the first 20 minutes of the game, but now it's all kicking off. Havoc's just having no chill here. They're charging in the middle. Looking to see if they can take down a couple of plasma generators, I assume, before then flailing back home. Good lord, this frame rate is making my eyes sad. I knew this was coming. I said to myself, Mr. Landshark, don't put the high graphics on. It's not going to do you any favours. I just can't help it there. I'm like a kid with no self-awareness or self-control. Demon Prince back out. And the Orks are losing a fair chunk of their base. What is your squad cap at the moment, Mr. Orks? And you got plenty more. But could do with buying some more units, to be fair. Got the bad doc coming back out. Venerable Dreadnoughts, still en masse. Have you gone for any weapon upgrades on your dudes? No, not really. Some last cannons might not go amiss. Human Lord going toe-to-toe with anyone who's brave enough to go against him. The Grey Knight Terminators joining the Mega Armor Knobs. Mega Armor Knobs are really, really good, if memory serves, that surrounding a commander, doing that big bad damage. Brought down once again, doing some busting moves. Australian breakdancing in the air. As the Venerable Dreadnoughts now think, right, okay, forward force has been taken care of. Let's just absolutely sprint on over and see what we can do to these Defilers. Defilers, the one problem with these guys is that they're more or less like a general all-purpose kind of unit. Not particularly amazing at any one given thing. I suppose similar to the Venerable Dreadnoughts, I suppose. They've got one punching claw and one shooting claw, but you know what I mean? They've also been supported by Zonefop's Mega Armor Knobs and Killbursters. So they've got the overall unit composition advantage. Grey Knight Terminators moving around on the top side. Ideally, you want these guys just putting back inside the teleportarium and thrown in the middle of wherever the fighting is thickest. Gradually over time, the Chaos Hordes are being pushed back. So what has Demi got cooking? The Foul Kitchens of Hell is building up a super weapon. And that's basically his plan, just Defilers and nukes, I imagine. I suppose one issue that the Southern team are going to have to deal with is that all the bases are next to each other, so one nuke right in the middle will basically disrupt a lot of their production and their economy. Which won't be a very happy Christmas for them. Not at all. A couple of obliterators on the back lines, Defilers holding the front. And the Venerable Dreadnoughts, lacking in number now. Not as indomitable as they appeared before. Second squad of Mega Armor Knobs are coming out to play. And where did the Zonefops go? That's my question. Have you just started to go somewhere? Check the map, Mr. Landshark. Nope, they're nowhere to be seen. And here comes a Titan. Hecky flip. It's not looking good, in all fairness. Team 3. Gonna go for... Oh, right, okay, never mind me. Right, so what the Orks have done is that they decided to just say, right, okay, well, we're just going to go for nuclear options as well. The Ork nuclear option is basically just a plane that can constantly throw out mini nukes and occasionally throw out a salvo of quite substantial stuff. And here he comes. There's the nukes for you. Spread out across the battlefield. And that is one way to deal with a Chaos Army. Yeeted and deleted all those guys there. Although, mind you, the obliterators just, you know, badly damaged, but still alive. Well, the Chaos Forces, half the size that they were, going to struggle to make an impact. The obliterators do kill that nuclear bomber. Very unfortunate. You kind of want to jump him in, do the nuclear damage, then jump him away. They're very fragile flying vehicles for obvious reasons. Plenty of algae platforms firing away at the obliterators. Definitely need some close combat units just to tie these guys up. Obliterators charging on forward. They're looking for structures to take care of things. Here comes a Gargant, so a little Titan. The Orks as well. And yeah, we will see the blooming, whatchamacallit, the Ravager Titan go up against the Ork Gargant. Good lord, these Defilers just completely ignoring what's going on. Here he is, firing away. Where's that Gargant gone? He's just chilling out over here. Just thinking about his life choices before engaging in anything properly. And where are the Grey Knights? What have you been doing? Oh, you're building up more Terminators, but where are they? Maybe it's going to be like the Eagles in Lord of the Rings. When the time is darkest, that's when they'll appear. Gargant doing some damage, but The Obliterators and the Defilers coming in close. I suppose that the Defiler is now surrounded by just Orks and Venerable Dreadnoughts. So I suppose it's going to be a bit difficult for everyone. And here they are. The Eagles coming in hot. Beautiful stuff. What are you delivering? You have got Land Raider cruisers. There we go. Just triple Land Raiders on the flanks. Beautiful stuff to see. Also got a Demon Hunter Land Raider as well. So the Obliterators will come back on over just to see if they can save the Ravager Titan. And the Gargant, well, brought down to 2/3 of its health, but still relatively healthy, all things considered. And the Titan gradually being whittled down. As the Obliterators do what they can. It's hard to know what's really going on. There's too much smoke and lightning. Also got some cheeky Broodlords just scuttling around. Not sure what their mission is. Their mission is to get involved with these Obliterators. Very nice stuff. The Champion of Khorne teleporting on the backside. Titan goes down. And a deadly cavalcade of melee combat as the Obliterators decide to reposition for everyone down, but huge bloofers from, I assume, the Land Raiders. Oh no, you are the missiles from the turrets over yonder. Fair enough, okay. Who are you, right in the middle? You are some Chaos Lord in Terminator armor, having a really bad time here. Also been nuked by some... Is there a flying nuclear bomber person at the moment? No, there isn't. But they are going to go for tier 2 Titans and going to go for another Gargant as well. Where's the first one? You're over here.
What's we gonna do with all this here gap?
Purple flames licking the hulls of the Dreadnoughts and the Crusaders. Just a limited number of them coming on out. Can't deny how tanky these guys are though. Seems that every time one squad of Obliterators have been obliterated, there's more to come, but here comes a nuclear attack from the Chaos Space Marines. It's a bit of a cheeky warp storm. And these guys have got no option but to push on forward. If they try and retreat back this way, having a bad time. Nuclear bomber, going to return the favour. More Boom Dakka's lovely stuff right there. Remarkable accuracy on Martinez. Gets them. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Obliterators do teleport out there, but not after taking a sizable amount of damage. Here comes some fresh Land Raider Crusaders coming around the flanks. And also a nuclear attack from the Tyranids. I assume that was, or was it just a mini little blast from them? Fair enough. Hey, every little helps. Gargant now falling back, trying to run away from all these Obliterators. These guys are coming for his booty, and he's not too keen on it. But second one swiftly on its way. Ideally, you probably want to save up to get the hugest one, but and then maybe plenty of little ones might do them some good stuff. We're getting some more stuff from you. We're just going to get a replacement Ravager. And just constant crabs coming on down. Also got some Chaos Land Raiders as well. Taking a long way around, I imagine. Obliterators not leaving this Gargant alone. What are you? Oh, you're another Venerable Dreadnought. Very low on health. Could probably just send it into the wayside. Imagine, how much money have you got, Grey Knights? You've got plenty of money. Alright, and your squad capped on everything. So that means surely you've got plenty of Grey Knights to send into the battlefield. Gargant has been blown up. And soon the meanest teleporter will be shaken down as well. Not the... Yeah, it's quite an unstable structure. Another death squadron of Venerable Dreadnoughts coming in.
We are receiving fire.
But not before all the damage has been done, really. All the big tech has been taken care of. Trying to build up another nuclear bomber. I imagine that'll be a prime target for Demi's Obliterators. I don't know how effective these Venerable Dreadnoughts are being, actually. They can't quite keep up with the Obliterators. Not like how the Grey Knight Terminators would be able to. Just running amok around the back lines here. Tyranids have been kind of forced to fight against each other through some chaos, through some chaotic madness.
Heavy assault transport complete.
And just running around, doing what they can. We quite like how the Gork resource factory has got some artillery on it, just to provide a small amount of fire support. But genuinely no one sending some stuff over here. Fair enough, no one is going for any madness on that side. Huge bloofers going on over here. What's firing you? I don't know, but hopefully not epileptic. There's the Terminators. All smorgasbord of them. And that's going to do them the badness. Little mini nukes going off everywhere. Big mech just enjoying the show from a distance. Got the simulation chamber being focus fired by the obliterators. Yes, Demi's plan here seems to be keep these guys away from the high-tech units. It's not a bad idea. Defiler's going into toe-to-toe combat with the Land Raider Crusaders. As one just charges straight on in. What was your plan? Not entirely sure. Not when you're walking past all this missile launcher stuff. Yeah, but the Grey Knight's a little bit delayed, but once again, providing that crucial support. I know I've also got a counter-assault. There we are. The March of the Penguins, the March of the Venerable Dreadnoughts. Doing what they can, and they're probably looking to take down these Chaos Shrines before then going into the base proper and annihilating the plasma generators. We do have the Order Malleus and everyone else. We are fighting against, or just each other. Fair enough. Temporary Heresy. And some more Warp Storms right on top of the Demon Hunter's base. Now this affordable housing seems to be holding up quite nicely to it. All this plasma generator has been taken care of. Good lord, these obliterators just won't die. No chill with these boys. It does seem like numbers are being taken care of. Venerable Dreadnought March has not really been all that effective. Doesn't seem like they've taken out any Chaos Shrines, really. Ideally, you'd send a small squad over, get some vision, and then deep strike them right into the thick of everything. There we go. Finally, the Obliterator threat has been taken care of, but just as a little bit of moments of reprieves are incoming, Ravager Titan ready to open fire once more. But the Demon Hunters, they've got the mass. They're going to go on past, ignoring all this nonsense. Hopefully the Orks and everyone else can defend themselves. There's a fresh nuclear bomber. So one strategic nuclear blast could help defend themselves quite substantially. Mina's teleport is being rebuilt, but already been accosted by these defilers. A couple of crab vehicles holding back the lines. Probably not for very long. That's just a whole army of Terminators swarming on over. Those defilers crumple like Ravita. There's a couple over coming on the flanking side. It's got the Broodlords snagging the listing post. Finally managing to, I mean, not reclaim, not going to do any decapping, but, you know, ending where it started, potentially, as they press on. These guys seem to have been ignored. Where are the Orks at the moment? They're just kind of chilling out at the moment, I guess. And now the Demon Hunters playing it a bit risky. They're kind of filing in one vest. Oh no, it's the pathing. I mentioned the pathing earlier on, probably not being a problem on this map, but nope, they managed to go for the one narrow choke point. All this space here. They're starting to poke shit through the eye of a needle. Never a clean endeavour. Broodlord snaking around the side. And these guys can cut through buildings like butter. There we go. Gradually, like a trickle of water, turning into a flood. And with the majority of the strength of the Chaos Forces down over here, it's kind of just being built up into a bit of a base trade. Can the Chaos Forces build something at home to defend while doing the damage themselves? Chaos Shrines are quite strong, but they are unable to really spot these Brood Lords here running amok. And they have very strong single target damage, from what I understand. I mean, yeah, these guys just like tiny gnats chewing through the material buildings. Ravager Titan has come back on home. See if he can put up some sort of defense. And a Warp Storm right on top of these Terminators. Terminators go down very quickly. Requires remarkable micro to be able to teleport them out of harm's way. Here comes a nuclear blast from the Orks. Tit for tat once again. And a lot of plasma generators go down. How much green money have you saved up, Demi? Oh, you've saved up plenty. Not going to be a huge problem for him then. Another desperate stronghold. Charming. Chaotic energies. Brood Lords are still alive. I've swapped back over here just to be able to spot them as they're infiltrated. And don't get me wrong, like, the Threesome have done a mighty amount of damage to the Chaos base, but will it be enough to set back the Chaos Space Marines? These guys over here, they've destroyed a good amount of Orc stuff. Orcs have kind of pieced out at the moment. I mean, I suppose you've put all your money into... Do you have much money left over? No, you don't. And another Chaos Storm. Oh dear, yeah, that's... Yeah, that's press the win button. Huge Warp Storm compared to what we saw before. And that, boys and girls, is that Sir Demi being able to squeeze out the 1 versus 3 through pure chaos nonsense. So yeah, I think the team down here had the right idea. Tyranids engaging early game, causing a bit of mischief and all that stuff. The Grey Knights building up a supersized force. And then the Orcs, I mean, they kind of did a little bit of both. I mean, a few Slugger boys over here could have put a lot more pressure on left and side, but I suppose that they were all saving up for the late game stuff as well. But no real commitment, I feel. No real kind of playstyle for them. Yeah, okay, like I said, the Tyranids came over and did some stuff, but yeah, you know, just a little bit lackluster, I think. But then again, I suppose it's all good fun in these kinds of games, isn't it? So cheers, Demi, for sending this game into the Discord. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week, while there's also Discord, where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. As been Mr. Landshark, pleasure's always never short. Now, see you in a bit. Peace.